we are continuing with my Nutricook series. If you're wondering what Nutricook series is, it's just a series I started in this channel after buying a Nutricook Smart pot or instant pot. So I decided to do the basics, the introduction, the cleaning part, and the cooking part. So I keep on giving you recipes that I think we should try to see whether they work in there, or even some of the things that I'm sure they will work there. So I give you recipes that I know that will be effectively done perfectly in the Nutricook. So I will link the playlist for you. Don't be shy to check on it, because there are other videos if you own a Nutricook pot or if you want to get yourself one. Friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Rachel. If it is your first time here, I do reviews, very honest ones. I cook, I do time and money saving videos, and I motivate you to stay active because it is not always about the body. Today we are doing some very basic beef broth, and I said basic because it is not hard to make beef broth. There is no need for you to buy beef broth, okay? Whether you coming from a country like Kenya, where we only have a few places where you can get that. Otherwise, the other crew ya kushop in common places, we don't know what that is. But there is beef broth in the stores. It is very expensive, and I don't understand why anyone would just incur those costs akinunua such. I want to show you my two recipes. The reason why I want to show you the two recipes is that when you make the first recipe, you get people telling you that roast the bones and do this, you will get this and this. The truth is, both the recipes give you two different kind of broths, and the two types of broths will work differently for different recipes. Please subscribe to my channel, hook me up with a thumbs up so that someone else could get a chance of seeing this. These are the bones. Unaweza nunua the soup kind broth bones kwa butchery ama stuff like that. These were as a result of kuchinja mbuzi, and so this is like the spine, you know, that kibone that runs down mpaka kwa tail. Yeah, so this is what I will be working with. You don't put a lot of things kwa broth yako. This is because if you will be making different types of meals, and maybe you need the broth, maybe that kind of meal you don't like using garlic and the broth has garlic, then it might be not so compatible. So I suggest that you make it as simple as just the bones, some salt, and this you will put in mind that the broth has salt when you are making your meal so that you don't overdo it. I am using the Nutricook Smart Pot. You can also do your sufuria. I have made broth with the traditional pot and with kawaida sufurias. If you want like a more immune boosting broth, I'll put a link in the description box na nitaipin kwa first comment. But this is specifically cooking broth kind of situation. So next, what you need to put is your apple cider vinegar. This stuff will help extract nutritional stuff from the bones when it is all cooking. That is what research says. So you need like a spoon or two. Don't do a lot. I saw somewhere that you can also use the other kind of vinegar, like it is okay. So what you need to do after that is put in the water unajua ndio broth. If you're using a smart pot, Instapot and all that kind of stuff, then you need to be careful about the maximum level. So I'll put some more water until everything is covered. It's at 4 liter mark, which is safe. You can see the bones ziko covered in water. So what we're going to do is to put our lid, lock our pot. You can see cocoa venting, we put it at ceiling. Okay, there we go. So what you're going to do next is put it on. There we go. So soup or broth. We have done that. You can see it is 30. So next what we do is finger start. So after the pressure mounts, then this thing here raises. That is a show that you shouldn't like open or try to do anything silly. So, and here it's also very very hot at that time, so it will start the countdown. So this is finally fully pressurized. Our countdown is on. We will be doing 30 minutes. Like you can see, if you're doing sufuria method, make sure that you cook it slowly. The best would be washe jiko makaa kidogo and uweke broth yako bila speed, and then you cook it slowly. Cooking time is done, so you can do quick venting. Unatumia kitu kama mwiko, unasongesha hako ka kitu kukaleta hapa hivi. Or what I like doing is to put kwa socket na iweka off, that way it vent naturally, slowly, no hurry, and that gives it more time to cook and blend in together. And of course the right time ni when that thing goes down. So I'll put that off and then I will open it later when all this is sorted and show you my broth, and again show you how I keep it. Our broth is ready. Like you can see, the remaining part is to put it in jars. I usually keep it in jars, so let me get the jars. So this is what we have: 2 3/4 jars of beef broth. You can use this to make your meals. Please don't make boring meals. This will taste so much better when you're making that pilau and you use this instead of water, or that bean soup instead of using water to make that whatever meal that you'll be making, and you're thinking that the broth will be more compatible in terms of compatible in terms of flavors, then this is the way to go. I really advise you to just keep it simple, unless you're that kind of a person who every meal inaingia garlic, ginger and all that. But if you know there are meals that are not so good when you put like garlic, if you don't want to be limited, then don't make your broth with a lot of rosemary, garlic, ginger and all that. Just make it simple. Remember apple cider vinegar and salt, and you're good to go. So you wait until all this cools, halafu na remove the excess fat. I think there's nothing wrong with it. And by the way, do you know this is healthier fat compared to hizo mafuta za kununua? This you can refrigerate for like a week. If you really are busy and all that, you can freeze it, weka kwa ziploc bags and let it cool. Weka kwa ziploc bags, heavy duty ones, and refrigerate this. It will stay for months and months. This is what you get after that process. If you have a kadogi mahali, this will be really a very hearty meal for the dog. You can also use this meat that you get from here and yeah, put it in your meals. It does not look as good as real meat should be looking like, but because it really overcooked. So that is it. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Rachel. In case you forgot, I'll see you in my next one. Remember, it is Mondays, Wednesdays and Saturdays 1 p.m. Nairobi time. Kwaheri.